We know canonically in the Fate universe, Saber is connected to lions. But what animals are the other Fate Stay Night servants connected to? That's the question we're going to be answering in this video. And then at the end, we'll be ranking them on a tier list based on strength to see who would win a Grail War based on their animal counterparts. We'll get to see who has the coolest animal and which servant that you relate to the most on a spirit animal level. So let's start this by randomly selecting who we'll be talking about first. Because just like Fate, you can never not have gambling. So let's start. We're starting with Angra Mainyu. My idea for Angra Mainyu is, since he takes control of all the servants in Heaven's Field, to me, he sounds like a parasite of some sort. So I did some research and try to find a parasite that's really dangerous and murders things, gets all up in their butt. He could be some sort of like lungworm or a parasite that takes control of animals' minds. Because just like Angra Mainyu and Fate, they take control of minds just like we see Angra Mainyu do. It just makes sense that he'd be a parasite. And if you like parasites, you're weird as hell. Parasites are fucking disgusting. They're fucking terrifying. But if you like parasites, then Angra Mainyu is your guy. Please give me an easier one, bro. Medusa. This one's easy. The obvious answer for Medusa is gonna be snake. Medusa in the myths and stuff has like snakes for hair, so obviously a snake would be an option. Or something like a Pegasus, because a Noah Phantasm is literally a fucking Pegasus. Those are the obvious options. But that's boring. You wanna know what the real animal is? This is a fucking Tarser. Obviously, it's not a snake. Obviously, it's not a Pegasus. Those are stupid options. Medusa is a Tarser because of the big eyes to relate to the mystic eyes. If you like random monkey animals or whatever this freaky thing is with giant eyes, Medusa is your pick. Archer. For Emiya, we know that he really loves fish, so it can only make sense that his animal is a fish. He is a solo fighter. We know he does not like to fight with people. He booty kicked his own self away when they was fighting together. He does not like to work with others. So I was thinking something like a barracuda, because we know that Emiya is fierce just like a barracuda. It killed all of Marlin kids, and I think he is fierce like that, so it could be a barracuda. And we know that they're so fierce that they can even attack each other, and we all know that Archer wants to
kill yourself,
aka his other self, who is himself but not himself. You know what I mean. I think Archer is a barracuda. Next up, we got Sasaki Kojiro. Now, if y'all were thinking that everyone on this list was going to have a powerful animal that could probably kill you instantly, that is not the case. For Sasaki Kojiro, what we know about him is that he is a elegant fighter who fights elegantly with his sword style and his swallow strike Noble Phantasm. If we think about it, a swan would match him perfectly, because swans are beautiful and they don't attack much. And we know that he don't attack, he protects. He stays at the temple and he does not do nothing else besides stay there and attack only when he has to protect. Just like a swan will protect their babies, they will get aggressive when their babies are involved and they need to protect. So if we think about it right now, Kojiro is a swan. And it relates to his Noble Phantasm, the swallow strike, because it's a bird. So yeah, it would make sense that he's a bird and a beautiful one at that. And swans, we know, are beautiful and protect their kids, just like he protects the temple in facing that. That's all I have to say for that one. All these make sense because I'm a genius. Saber. Now you're probably wondering why I even put Saber on this list, because we already know what her animal is. We already know that it's a lion. But hear me out, hear me out. There's still one more thing that you probably have not been thinking about, and that's the Fate Stay Night 2006. Specifically in that one, there's a scene where Saber picks up this teddy bear in the shop and really likes the teddy bear. I was thinking that Saber could be a teddy bear, but not just any normal teddy bear. That only represents half of her personality. We already know that Saber can be fierce and want to be that. I was thinking that it could be a teddy bear that transforms into a real grizzly bear. That would represent her fierce side, who 1v1's opponents and claps cheeks. That's Saber. A teddy bear that transforms into a real bear. That only makes sense because there's two sides to Saber's personality. The cute cuddly one that eats all the fucking time, and the fierce side that goes and 1v1's everyone and claps cheeks. Next. Alright, we got Media. If we look at Media as a character, we know that they're evil. I mean, all the casters are usually evil. They always end up having these big fucking schemes. Everyone has to team up and gang bang them unless they'll destroy the planet. We already know that she hides away in the darkness and does her plans to get that mana by draining everybody else. What animal drains people just like that? A vampire bat. In style perspective, a vampire bat could easily look like Media, and they both like to leech off of other animals or other beings. It would only make sense that Media is a vampire bat. They look the same. They both drain things. Vampire bat drains blood, she drains mana. It makes sense. They can both fly. There's a lot of similarities between the two. She's a witch, and what her witch is related to? Bats. It makes sense. Don't test me. I'm right. Next. Heracles. If you think a normal animal would be enough to justify Heracles and who he is, you're dead wrong. You cannot represent Heracles with a normal animal that walks around on our planet. You just can't. It just wouldn't do justice to not have an animal that is outside human capability. So why not take the 12th labor animal, Cerberus, to represent Heracles as a character? Cerberus was the last trial, and Heracles just walked in there and soloed his ass with bare fists and then dragged him over his shoulder somehow. Like, that is ridiculous. You can't represent Heracles' strength with normal animals. So why not take a mythological animal like Cerberus that is absolutely insane and make that his animal? It only makes sense. It represents his labors, it represents his strength, it represents his honor, it represents everything about him, it represents his 12 lives, everything. So Heracles would be Cerberus. It just represents him as a character, and no normal bitch ass animal can compare to him. That's all I have to say. Next up. Alright, Coup. Coup cuddling. For Coup, there's a pretty obvious answer here, and that answer is dog. How many times have we seen Heracles drag around Coup like a dog, call him his dog or his pet, which is kind of weird now that I'm thinking about it. For Coup, I cannot see him being a dog. That's the obvious answer. We do not go for obvious answers here on this channel. So, if we think about Gilgamesh as an old phantasm and its nature of instantly killing and reversing cause and effect, it only makes sense that he has to be something that can instantly kill. What kind of relates to Gilgamesh? What does Gilgamesh look like? It looks like the tail of a scorpion. So I've tried to find the most deadly scorpion, and what I found was the Deathstalker scorpion. Now the Deathstalker scorpion, it paralyzes, it pains you. It's terrible, apparently. From what I've heard, it's terrible. It acts kind of like Gilgamesh in a way, because Gilgamesh one shot, and I'm assuming that if you got stung by a scorpion in the heart, then you probably die because the venom would spread to your heart. So it only makes sense that Coup would be a scorpion. They kind of look the same too. They got armor, and yeah, it only makes sense that Coup would be something like a scorpion that could instantly kill you with one sting and paralyze your ass forever. I don't know how long it lasts. I didn't look that up. That's all I have to say for that one. Two more to go. Two more to go. And we got Gilgamesh. Alright. If we look at Gilgamesh's character, what are his habits? Laughing, 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 laughing. And I thought to myself, what animal laughs a lot? Then I thought of Lion King and the hyenas. We know that hyenas laugh all the fucking time. Have you seen Lion King and how much they be laughing? It pisses me off. Like Gilgamesh does to a lot of the characters, he pisses them off by laughing in their face, torturing them. He's kind of a weird guy now that I think about it. He's like a hyena. He laughs all the time. And not to mention that hyenas are kind of known to backstab people. Just like in Phase 0 with Tokiomi, he betrayed him as a servant and let Kotomi become his master, and he kind of just acts like a hyena, to be honest with you. He laughs his ass off like a hyena does, so it only makes sense that he would be a hyena. I mean, it can't really explain the Gate of Babylon, but it really just encapsulates the essence of Gilgamesh and what he does by laughing all the time. I don't even know why I spun the wheel. There's literally one option. Whoa, that's crazy. Now, for the Hassan of the Cursed Arm, I needed something black. Something very black. Because we all know that Hassan of the Cursed Arm likes to hide in the shadows, uses needles and shit. So, what animal hides in the dark and is black and can instantly kill you like Zabania? A black mamba snake. Now, the black mamba, if it bites you, you fucking die instantly. Just like when he uses Zabania and takes your heart, you die immediately unless you don't have one. So, if we were to think about it that way, he just sounds like a black mamba. They're both black. If they hit you, you die instantly. So we know that Hassan of the Cursed Arm is a black mamba snake. That's all I have to say for that one. So far, we have Emiya as a barracuda, Gilgamesh as a hyena, Saber as a teddy bear that transforms, Coup as a Deathstalker scorpion, Heracles as Cerberus, Hassan of the Cursed Arm as a black mamba, Medusa as a tarsier, Kojiro as a swan, Angramanyu as a lungworm, and Medi as a vampire bat. And now I'm gonna get to ranking them on a tier list to see who will win in the Grail War. I'll be right back because I gotta make amalgamations of all the characters and their animals.